Good morning, everyone. I'm getting ready to take a stroll through downtown Gatlinburg. It is about 7:15 a.m. in the morning, and I'm inviting you to tag along with me here this morning. Right over here is a Gatlinburg fire station, and I wanted to give a shout out to the Gatlinburg Fire Department, and especially the Pigeon Forge Fire Department, as they are currently working on putting out some large fires, as you're probably well aware of right now, in the Wears Valley area in Pigeon Forge. There was also a brush fire here in Gatlinburg just last night where several people were evacuated, and there was an evacuation center that was set up for those evacuees. Actually, right here in this building, there's a temporary shelter that was put in place for those who needed to escape from those situations. And we are keeping everyone who is affected by the wildfires in North Carolina, Pigeon Forge, and the smaller fire that occurred here in Gatlinburg just last night in our thoughts and prayers. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for tagging along with me here this morning. We actually received alerts on our phone yesterday about the wildfires and evacuations that were occurring because we were at Dollywood, which is not far from Wears Valley. And during that time, we could actually smell the burning from the wildfire in the parking lot region of Dollywood. So as we're driving here in Pigeon Forge, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there is definitely a haze in the air, and you can smell the fire from Wears Valley, which is just right ahead here in Pigeon Forge. And it is just very overpowering everywhere you go here in town. And again, just lots of haze in town, and a very overpowering burning smell. Currently, the winds are blowing pretty viciously once again today. I have a windsock that's over my microphone, but I can still feel that wind blowing pretty hard. So I hope that you're able to hear me during this walk, and that the wind is not proving to be too much of a barrier and being able to hear me along the way. So this is what downtown Gatlinburg looks like in the morning. There are a lot of shipments coming in each and every single morning, and the streets are quiet. And this is during the week of spring break for many people, and these streets have been absolutely packed the last couple of days. But here at 7:15, maybe, I would say it might be around 7:30 now. I don't have my watch on me. You can see things definitely change when you're a little ahead of the crowd in the morning. Here's a real famous photo op that a lot of people are familiar with. You've got the Gatlinburg Convention Center here. So this evening, we're going to go to Anakeesta, one of our favorite places to go here in Gatlinburg. In fact, it's a lot of people's favorite place, as it ranks #1 on TripAdvisor as the most visited attraction in Gatlinburg. Shoney's. I don't know about y'all, but I have not been to a Shoney's in many, many years. I know they have a really good breakfast buffet. Now, we live in Tennessee, and so we're very accustomed to Shoney's, but I personally grew up in the Midwest, and we have Frisch's Big Boys in the Midwest. So like I was saying, we're going to go to Anakeesta later today. And when I say later, I'm talking about probably 9 o'clock, honestly, is when we're going to go to Anakeesta. And this evening, I think we have a 7 o'clock show at the Comedy Barn. Here is Howard's Restaurant, a place we've never been to. If you guys have been to Howard's Restaurant, leave a comment below and let us know how Howard's is. We've talked about going here, but we personally don't know anybody who's ever gone. And we'd love to hear about your experience if you have. Over Gatlinburg. Jennifer and I actually got engaged here in the Great Smoky Mountains. That was back in 2016. There's a Cherokee Grill. And we went to Ober Gatlinburg back in 2000, what did I say? 2016? No. 2006. Wow. 2006 is when we got engaged. And right here in the Smoky Mountains. And it has been since 2006 since we have been to Ober Gatlinburg. I can't believe it's been that long, but it's well overdue. We need to go back. Calhoun's. Yeah, going to University of Tennessee football games many times. Always try to make a stop at Calhoun's. Here is Crockett's Breakfast Camp. And we recently did a review, I think back in January. We did a review, maybe February, when we were here. So I got some Christmas decorations out here at the Black Bear Inn. But we will place a link in the description below to our review on Crockett's. And it is a wonderful breakfast establishment. I'm gonna walk across to the other side here. Here is the Old Texas Roadhouse. My question is, how does a Texas Roadhouse go out of business? Some more trucks bringing in their shipments. Luigi's Pizza. There's another place we've never been to. Luigi's. Now, we have heard of a couple of people visiting Luigi's, and they had great things to say. Some friends on Facebook posted about that recently, and it's one place we would really love to try. I will tell you, early in the morning is much more my speed here in Gatlinburg. I want to show you guys a quick view of the river. Very calm and peaceful as we take this stroll through downtown Gatlinburg. Here's something else I did not realize. Sitting on the balcony last night at the condo, all of the different colors that the Gatlinburg Space Needle changes to. There's almost like a light show every night. I mean, there's like a tie-dye, red, white, and blue, greens. There's all kinds of different variations of color patterns, and I have never ever noticed that. Here's something else we just walked by a second ago that I didn't showcase, is Pancake Cabin. Back in November when we went to the Gatlinburg Chili Cook-Off, that was one of our collective favorite chilies at the Chili Cook-Off. They actually had a mini pancake in their chili. There's the melting pot. And there it is, TGI Fridays. Got a nice balcony, or excuse me, a nice patio right out here. Haven't had a cup of coffee yet. I'm curious as to what this scaffolding is up here. I don't know if they're renovating this hotel or if it's going to be just demolished and turned into another business. Oh. Yeah, they're definitely demolishing that. We live a little closer in Tennessee to Nashville than we do here to Gatlinburg. But I will tell you, Nashville has become such a party scene. And I don't know if that's good or bad. I mean, it's still bringing in tax revenue. But there's always been something special about the old mountain Bavarian or Swiss feel that does kind of exist. Some of the architecture here in downtown. And hopefully much of that will be preserved through the years. There's that car museum with the Batmobile on top. Another ship that's coming in. Oh, back here. Old Smoky Moonshine Distillery. We've got Mellow Mushroom. Food Stackeries. And right back this way, you'll often hear bluegrass bands playing. Right back here at the end of this alley. All right. Move along here, you got Bubba Gump Shrimp Company and Ripley's Movie Theater. Right here. Smith & Sons, Crazy Mason. Shoot 'em Up Cinema, 7D. Five Guys. There's Walgreens. We've had to go to that Walgreens before. I remember Jennifer gets really motion sick driving to the mountains, and if she doesn't take ginger or Dramamine before we leave, sometimes she won't feel the greatest the first day or two that we arrive over here to East Tennessee. And so we have unfortunately had to make a stop to this Walgreens before. And we've got Ripley's Believe It or Not. Sugarland's Moonshine. It's just so cool to see everything being prepared for the day ahead, as these streets will certainly come alive here in the next several hours. This is the Skylift Park, and you'll see this very, very steep hill all the way to the top of the Gatlinburg Sky Bridge. And if you've never been on this before, right in the middle portion of the Sky Bridge, there is a little glass walkway where you can see down below as you're walking over the bridge. Here's a cool fact. The song Rocky Top, which if you're a UT fan, you've definitely heard Rocky Top, but the song Rocky Top was written in this hotel right here, Gatlinburg Inn. Cool little fact. Rocky Top. Oh, well, hey, I've never seen this sign, honest to goodness, but there you go. It was written in room 388. I have never seen this sign before. I just knew this fact prior to seeing this sign. But there you go. It was written in 1967. And it's part of Tennessee Music Pathways. Gatlinburg Inn. Neat. Another t-shirt shop, winery. There's Pucker's, which is a popular bar with locals especially. And a China Bazaar. Here is Old Smoky Candy Kitchen, which we are actually we actually did a review on Old Smoky Candy Kitchen because it's one of the places we love to go to. There's Berg Steakhouse, but we love Old Smoky Candy Kitchen. Seems like everyone has their own favorite candy store here in Gatlinburg, and for us, it's just been the candy store that we've gone to. Jennifer has gone to that candy store since she was a kid, and it has become a tradition for us to stop there every time that we come to Gatlinburg. If nothing else, just to get a free sample of some saltwater taffy. It's Johnny Rockets. And there you go, Loco Burro. The Loco Burro is home of a 5-pound burrito. And if you can consume that burrito within 30 minutes, the burrito is free. And you also get a really sweet t-shirt that goes along with it as well. Here's one of Guy Fieri's restaurants, Chicken Guy. There's also one of these in Nashville. I'm sure there's more throughout the nation, but I know for a fact there's one in Nashville. And in Pigeon Forge, they just started a new restaurant called Downtown Flavortown, which is another Guy Fieri sponsored restaurant. At the Reagan Terrace Mall, there's all kinds of cool things to get into. You've got mini golf, there's Chicken Hut, Berg Coffees, which is now shut down. And you also have the Pepper Palace as well. Over here, Stenga's Big Slice. Never been there either. We have been to Slice Pizza, and we need to do a video on Slice Pizza. Everybody I talk to back home just talks about how much they love Slice Pizza. Get your sunglasses. The shades of Gatlinburg. Look at that poppet. That is the largest poppet I have ever seen. Man. Incredible. Oh, and we just did a review on Best Italian, where we had some lasagna for the first time the other day. We've eaten there several times, and we've always ordered pizza, but we ordered some lasagna. We're excited to showcase that video. Gatlinburg Wine Cellar. Got the Chocolate Monkey. Fanny Farkles. You can smell Fanny Farkles from a half-mile away. They have some amazing food. You can get an Ogle's dog, which is simply just a corn dog, but it is delicious. Old Smoky Moonshine. There's another one. We've got the Tin Roof. The original Tin Roof is actually in Nashville, and by sheer coincidence, my wife and I were at that same concert before we ever met. We saw Dierks Bentley and Billy Currington. It was only $10 to get in years ago. It's probably like 2003, 2004. This building, supposedly, on the far end, right here where you can see the vacant area of the building, is going to be turned into a Jason Aldean bar and grill. And we have one of those in Nashville as well. Killen's chocolates, fudge, and ice cream. Oh, and here's another caramel corn. We just went to a caramel corn that's right here in the marketplace. Here's a few of the businesses that are down in the marketplace, but we also created a video that we're going to highlight in the next week or two, hopefully, that shows some of those businesses that are back here in the marketplace. Of course, caramel corn being one of those. Great popcorn. I've taken many business trips to Chicago, and I've brought back Garrett's popcorn, which is amazing, don't get me wrong, but we actually prefer caramel corn a little bit more than Garrett's. Cookie Dough Bliss, that was a great place that we tried at the Gatlinburg Chili Fest. So, many places to visit. Oh, I want to highlight this, Trunk of Man. Shout out to Joshy and Stacy. If you're familiar with the YouTube channel Joshy and Stacy, they showcase and highlight a lot of Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and Smoky Mountain attractions. And of course, Joshy and Stacy are also the owners and founders of Trunk of Man. There's the little blue house. Some fun, different souvenirs there. Ice cream, beef jerky, another chocolate monkey. If you're familiar at all with Gatlinburg, I mean, it takes a good while to walk these streets. We're walking it pretty rapidly right now, just with it being empty, but to be able to go this far on a normal day where the streets are filled, it's just near impossible. Back here, Tennessee Jed's, great sandwich shop. Earthbound. We have an Earthbound in Nashville too. I think it's on 21st Avenue if I'm not mistaken. There's a pancake pantry. And here in just a couple of hours, as this street will open up to visitors, there will be a line that will wrap around this corner here. It'll go out the door and wrap all the way around the corner into the village. And supposedly, the length of the line is a good indicator for other businesses in the area to know how busy the Gatlinburg streets are going to be for the day. If the pancake pantry line is long, it's going to be a busy day. If it's short, tourism is going to be a little slow here in Gatlinburg. There's Ripley's Mirror Maze, Tennessee Cider Company. Here's the famous Gatlinburg Mountain Mall. I'm sure you're all familiar with the Mountain Mall if you've ever been to Gatlinburg. And even though the parkway continues on, we are going to turn around here shortly. The boys have been sleeping in, and Jennifer's going to wake them up shortly to get ready to go right over here to Anakeesta. We're going to bring you along with us as well. We're very excited about, oh, look at this, Aunt Mahalia's. My Aunt Krista loves to go to this place. Look at all of those candied apples that they have prepared for the day. They look so delicious, and based upon how busy it has been here in Gatlinburg with many spring breakers being here in town, I would imagine that these are going to go pretty quickly and sell out in no time. Aunt Mahalia's. And there is Ripley's Museum. Here is another look at the Mountain Mall. Alright. So moving along again, you've got Anakeesta. As I was saying earlier, I'm going to take you all along with us here to Anakeesta. Now, we've already highlighted the Comedy Barn, which is where we're going to go this evening at 7 over in Pigeon Forge. What's cool about the Comedy Barn is you may be thinking, well, if you've already been to the Comedy Barn, and in fact, we just went a few months ago, why would you be going again? But we discussed afterwards that we strongly believe that based upon many of the impromptu jokes that they make, that every experience is going to be different at the Comedy Barn. I know last time there was a dog show, dogs doing tricks, there was a juggler that came out, but we were talking about how the Comedy Barn will be a little bit different because there's going to be different people, different backgrounds, different jokes. And the comedians at the Comedy Barn are different each time. I know there's some that are there each night, but there are some that are different. And also, we saw a dog show, but we also know there's a bird show. So depending on the night, depending on who's working, depending on the jokes that they've written at that time. We think that every comedy barn experience is likely to be unique. But we'll let you know if that's not the case. Everyone's getting ready for Easter. It says, "Welcome, peeps." Little Bear Winery. Look at the cool roof on this building. That is just neat. Again, it goes back to what I was discussing earlier about the Bavarian or Swiss architecture. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. We just passed the village, which is right there, the entrance to the village. We'll also place a description, or a link I should say, in the description below on a walk through the village, which we did just a few months ago, and all of the stores seem to be the same as when we did that walk through. We had some storms overnight, which hopefully helped firefighters to contain those fires over in Pigeon Forge. And I have not heard any more news about the brush fire here in Gatlinburg, so I'm safely assuming that has hopefully been contained and extinguished. How would you like to live all the way up here in one of these homes? I'm sure it's a pretty treacherous drive to get to the top, but once you're there, those spectacular views that you would receive would be well worth the drive every day. There's no sign as to what's being built here. If anybody has any idea, we would love to know. If you'd like to comment below. Tell us what they're building. So on the way back here, we're definitely going uphill. It's take a little bit longer to make the trek back to the condo. Here is one of the most iconic balls in Gatlinburg. It looks like no one has moved it yet this morning, so you guys are along with me. We're probably the first ones to spin this for the day. All kinds of cool facts listed here on the ball. Got King Kong in there. All kinds of other really cool illusions and facts. We're gonna have to do a review on this place as well. It's been a long time in the making. So we were at an angle to see the sunrise this morning. But we can definitely tell that the sun is now out and the sky looks beautiful. Turning here, look, there's Smith and Son, corner kitchen. Crazy Mason. All kinds of mom and pop t-shirt shops here. You get your classic old-time portraits, Western wear. Smoky Mountains Creperie. That looks cool. Let's see what's on the menu here. Wow, those prices are, in my opinion, a little high. $14 and $15 for crepes. And just a little small seating area. You may have to check that out though. It sounds good. a slice pizza. And of course, Arcadia. We've also done a video, filmed a video on Arcadia. And here's the Gatlinburg Arcade. Got a lot of pinballs in here. Up here. Oh, there's duck pin bowling back this way as well. This little building with wooded siding. There is that sun rising above the Smoky Mountains. What a beautiful view. Here is Bones Barbecue Joint. That's another restaurant we've never tried out this way. It smells good. Yeah, every day here at Bones Barbecue Joint, you can smell them smoking the meat. It smells great. We've just never tried it. Henry, are you excited to go up to the top of Anakeesta?
Yeah.
All right. Gentry, what are your thoughts about Anakeesta? Are you excited to go back up?
Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite thing to do at Anakeesta?
I will say, once you ride up the top, it is a little shaky.
It's a little windy today, right?
Yeah, I'm not used to that, but all in all, my favorite thing to do is the parkour.
You do the parkour on the playgrounds.
Yes,
and you have a blast.
I love the lemonade there.
Oh yes, they do have some excellent lemonade. It's always a peaceful ride to the top of Anakeesta. Incredible views. Okay, so here is the Anakeesta Smokehouse. And I will tell you, if you're going to go to Anakeesta twice, it's well worth getting a season pass. You get 20% off of all merchandise up here at the top, including the rail runner, zip lining, food, 20% discount. And you also have the ability to get to an express lane. And that express lane significantly reduces the amount of wait time, especially if you come here in the afternoon. This can be a very busy place in the afternoon. We always come here in the morning, first thing in the morning, just to beat the crowd. And we have done that yet again today. And even though it's a little past 9 in the morning, we're already starting to see some crowds gather here. Incredible, peaceful views here in Anakeesta. So for lunch, we're trying some club wraps, and we never go to Anakeesta without getting Bill's Lemonade. And again, if you get that season pass, it's 20% off your entire purchase, and you have a great view of the Smoky Mountains. guys, thank you so much for tagging along with me today on my stroll through downtown Gatlinburg early this morning and our trip to Anakeesta. And again, our thoughts and prayers go out to all of those affected by the wildfire in Pigeon Forge. May you be safe. God bless.